Hey everybody, this is Leslie, and I am live in my kitchen today. Sorry about the bad lighting. I'm telling you, let me just try to turn this off and see if we can get any better. I'm still learning. Nope, not any better. I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to get it a little bit closer and see if I can't filter out some of this light. Sometimes I have to get all my business done before I start my real broadcast, so nope, not getting any better today. Well, that's okay. We're just going to continue on. So my name is Leslie, and I am just going to get a little business out of the way and say that I have a website. It's called GoToKitchens.com, and I forgot to put it in the title because I can't remember everything every single time that I scope. I'm going to turn on my stove and get it preheating here, actually. And I have GoToKitchens.com. That's Kitchens.com. And what I do is I have a barking dog in the backyard. And what I do is I go to people's kitchens and I cook with them. And they either teach me a recipe or I teach them a recipe. And today's recipe was taught to me, and you can see it on my website at GoToKitchens.com. If you click on recipes, it's the first thing that comes up. And it was taught to me by Patty Stevens, who has livedbalancednaturally.com. And if you miss some ingredients today, you can actually go right there and see us making another video of she and I cooking it together in her kitchen in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you should also look up Patty, livedbalancednaturally.com. She's not here on scope, but she is an amazing woman. She knows so much. She is a 20-year wellness professional, and she was doing it before it was cool. So that says a lot about her. So, because a lot of people doing it now because it's cool. I do it because I'm a 2-year breast cancer survivor, and I wanted to. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the hearts, by the way. And I wanted to improve my life. So Go To Kitchens evolved from that. It evolved from a state of wanting to change my life because for some reason my body produced cancer, and I wanted to figure out why. Yes, please, yeah, hook us up. You can find me. Go to my website, GoToKitchens.com. You can email me right from there. But I wanted my body to, I wanted to find out why my body produced cancer. And I had breast cancer, and I'm a 2.5-year survivor. Thank you so much. And so I started learning healthy cooking principles. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. I consider myself a wellness expert. I've gone through a program with Dr. Josh Axe, and it's called the Institute for Nutritional Leadership. I will actually be an ambassador there coming up this winter when they start the program again. And I went through that program and learned a lot, and I've just been educating myself with mounds of books and surrounding myself with people that actually know a lot about health and wellness, and I've just absorbed as much as I can, and I'm still learning to this day. I still learn something about wellness every single day, and I surround myself with people who teach me something about that every single day. And so today I am going to pass some of that on to you, and I'm going to teach you how to make marinara sauce. So I have my pot here on the stove. I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit so we can focus more on what I'm doing instead of me. Okay, everybody can see that? Everybody sees that just fine? So I have, I cook in Chantal Cookware. They are actually a sponsor of GoToKitchens.com, and they have been working with me for about 3 months now, and they gave me this beautiful set of cookware, and it's Chantal, if you're not familiar with them. This is their copper core, and I'm going to do a whole scope about cookware to teach you guys the principles of healthy cookware, which is something I had to learn because I didn't understand that my Teflon probably wasn't very good for me. So Chantal Cookware is actually an amazing cookware, and this is enamel with a copper core inside, so it heats up very quickly. So I've been heating it while I've been talking here. I'm going to take my lid off, and I'm not going to go over the ingredients. I'll go over them as I put them in, and we'll talk about them as I put them in. Yeah, Summer's Wellness. If you guys are not following Summer's Wellness, go follow him because he is a essential oil expert. And if you want to know about essential oils, I learn from him every single day. So you can find Chantal Cookware just about anywhere. I think they even sell it at Bed Bath & Beyond. So, but mostly specialty cook stores are online. It's CHANTAL. Okay, so I'm putting, this is organic olive oil. This is my favorite brand. You guys can talk amongst yourself there. So this is organic olive oil. I buy this, you can buy this at Sprouts, or pretty much it's getting mainstream now. You can get it just about at any grocery store. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil down in this pan. And I don't measure. I know about how much olive oil I want. So 2 tablespoons. And again, you can find this recipe if you miss it today on my website at gotokitchens.com. And then I have, oh, the lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry. There we go. I have 3 garlic cloves that I have taken the skin off of, and I have mashed. I've just crushed it just gently with my chef's knife there and have it ready to put down in there. So I'm going to put that right down in there. Can you hear it sizzle? Mmm. And I'm basically going to season my pan with this garlic, and I'm going to let it get a little bit brown. And the reason that you crush the garlic is because you want it to emit the juices. You want the juices to actually emit from the garlic and go right down into the oil. Because that oil that you put, that little bit of oil that you put down in there is crucial for this. So, for that step. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. I'm sorry that I can't really look at the screen. If you have a question, Evan can probably help you at Summer's Wellness. So he's on here with me today. Evan and I work very closely together. All right, so we're going to get that garlic down in there. That's going to cook for 1 to 2 minutes, right? You can smell it. I wish... Okay, next Periscope chore is to get a smell-o-vision, right? We need iPhones that you can smell stuff. So, especially for us cooking bloggers. So I want to talk a little bit about what I'm putting in here while that's doing that. That takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And I can't tip this because you can see there, this is organic diced tomatoes. There is nothing in here except tomatoes in this can. You can use fresh tomatoes. You can also see that this says right here that this can is made without BPA. There's some speculation on whether that is still good for you or not, but I try to buy cans that don't have BPA. Because of time's sake, and I wanted to make it easy for you guys, I wanted to use tomatoes in a can, okay? You can find these at Whole Foods, this particular brand. I'll put it up there again. Here's the brilliant thing. When you cook tomatoes, everybody, well, maybe not, but tomatoes are high in lycopene. Lycopene is a type of antioxidant that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene is extremely important to the human body. And a lot of people shy away from tomatoes. They don't like they're called nightshade. They are on my website, yes. This one is the first one on the recipe page right now because I just downloaded it, so you can see it there. So they don't like to eat nightshade vegetables because they think, and tomatoes are considered a nightshade, because they think that they're going to cause inflammation. But I slightly disagree. If you have a disorder that says that you should not eat nightshade vegetables, then you should not eat them. That would be like a bell pepper, tomato. Actually, most peppers are in that. So, but that's, you know, again, everything in moderation. Don't go downtown on anything. And I mean that with any food, with tomatoes, with, you know, with spinach, with anything. You need to eat in moderation, absolutely everything. So, yes, instinctual eating. Oh, I like that. Oh my God, I'm totally stealing that. That is a great line. I love that. So I'm cooking on about a 4, but that is because my pan heats up really, really fast. And unfortunately, I'm forced to cook on electric. But hey, that's just how we roll here. So, okay, so tomatoes. Now then, when you cook a tomato, you know, a lot of people say you need to eat things raw, right? Oh, that's not my next step, actually. But when you cook a tomato, you actually release the lycopene because it's a lipid. It actually releases, and it makes it more absorbable to the body. So eating tomatoes, cooked tomatoes, are incredible for your body. So eat some marinara sauce. It's a great way to get cooked tomatoes. Oh, well, that's okay. Yes, please. Okay, so our next step is I'm going to turn down the heat just a little bit. And I'm going to put in a organic tomato paste. This is in a jar. I actually prefer things in a jar. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. You can also buy this. This is by the same brand as the other tomatoes. You can buy this little jar at Whole Foods, and you can see it also in the video that I cooked with Patty at livedbalancednaturally.com in her kitchen in Las Vegas. We use the same little jar. So this is a 7-ounce jar. That's going to go right down in with the garlic. I'm going to give the garlic one more stir. I wish you could see it's browning up beautifully. Ooh, too hot, too hot, too hot. Sorry. My pan is too hot. Don't do that. You're going to burn your tomato paste. You see how it's popping around in there? The joys of cooking live on TV, on Periscope. Hold on. Let me get it cooled off. Everybody laugh. Everybody clap for my blunder. A lot of people say, oh, are you a chef? And I'm like, no, I'm not a chef. Actually, I'm not a very good cook. I'm an okay cook. I'm actually an okay cook, but I just want to teach people healthy eating principles. So we needed my pan to cool down just a little bit there. Still too hot. That's hilarious. I love it when I do stuff like that. So I'm gonna, while it's off the, you guys can't see it, but it's off the heat. I'm letting it cool down. I'm putting my tomato paste down in there. This happens a lot in my videos too, and I have to tell you, I don't edit most of this stuff out. I just leave it in there because, you know what, this is how you learn. And you're going to learn from me in my kitchen, and so you'll know what not to do. All right, so heat is down, pan is a little bit cooler, and you just want to stir that tomato paste. Now this is going to start to get a little bit thick in here, right? You can hear it sizzling just a little bit. Maybe you can't. I can hear it sizzling. So back to tomatoes. They are super, super amazing for your body. We can talk a little bit about garlic in that regard. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I'm going to be so happy at lunch today. We can talk a little bit about garlic too, in the fact that it is an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial herb or spice or vegetable, whatever you want to call it. It's antibacterial, and it's actually amazing for your body. There are so many benefits. Just Google benefits of garlic and see what pops up, because you should be eating garlic every single day. So I will tell you at the end of all of this, if I forget to say so, I'm going to fish those big pieces of garlic out of there. So I'm not going to leave them in there for somebody to bite into, by the way. All right. So I've cooked this. It's gotten, can you see that? You see how it's gotten a little bit thicker as I've cooked it, kind of sticking to the pan a little bit? Okay, that's good. That's what I want. It's married up with the garlic and the oil really well. One important thing when you're cooking with tomatoes and you want to release those lycopenes, then you definitely want to have an oil of some kind. Even putting a meat down in this sauce would be a great solution. So before I burn this, because you do not want to burn your tomato paste, it will ruin your entire sauce, so stirring it constantly. Now I'm going to put my diced tomatoes right down into the pan, just like that. And I'm going to give that a stir. Ooh, I made a mess. I made a mess when my pan, right? Just eat them right out of that pan, that's right. Some people like to eat whole cloves of garlic, and that's absolutely fine. So, all right, so you can see that it's kind of thick. You see, I mean, it's thicker than I would want it, actually. And this was a 28-ounce can, by the way, if you're doing that and not doing fresh tomatoes. So I have that right down in there. So that is a little thick for me. I'd like it to be a little bit thinner. So I'm going to take my giant can and I'm going to put a little water. See here, I've put water down in my can. Plus it helps me get all the rest of my tomato goop out of there. And you want all the tomato goop out you can get. And I'm just going to pour it in there slowly. Remember that you can always add water, but you can't take water away. Unless you boil it to death, but you don't want to do that either. I'm still on a low heat here. I'm on 2. Still too thick for me. I'm going to add a little bit more. A little bit more. You just do this until you get your desired consistency. Does that make sense? Everybody understand that? And there's that. I think actually I'm just going to go to the rest of that, so because I want it a little bit thinner than it is. Now then, this is the good part. At this point, we are going to salt and pepper to taste. This is just my salt and pepper. I have it down in a little bamboo bowl like this. All right, and I'm just gonna pinch some out. I use, so everybody say hi to Edison. He hasn't barked all morning until I go on camera, and then I go live, and then he's like, okay. So I put about 3 pinches of salt and pepper down in there. I'm gonna just give that a stir. Then I have 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, and this is fresh. I have chopped this up. This is about 2 tablespoons in this little bowl right here, okay? And you are gonna put that down in there. I recommend fresh parsley. I don't recommend dried. Oops, I hit my tripod. I don't recommend dried. I recommend fresh. It's gonna give you a lot more flavor as the sauce simmers. So 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley right down in there. Just like that. And then my favorite of all things on the planet almost. I love basil. Oh, I love basil. It's so herby and so fresh and so amazing, and it gives this amazing flavor to just about anything that you want to cook, and it's good for you. And in some countries it's regarded as holy. It's regarded as the love herb, which I just think is fantastic, and everybody should love it because it's amazing. So I'm going to put that right down into my sauce as well. That's about 2 tablespoons, and I've chopped it up. Now this is the easiest marinara sauce on the planet. So that's just going to sit in this pot. Can you see how beautiful that is? It's lovely. I'm going to just taste it real quick and make sure that I have enough salt and pepper in there. No, taste your food when you're cooking. Yes, and I put my spoon back in there. Taste your food when you're cooking, because it's important before you serve it to know what it tastes like. I'm going to put some more salt and pepper down in there. That just was not enough. So if you were so inclined, you could put something like this, which is a roasted pepper. I roast my own, but I just grabbed this at the grocery store so I would have an example for you guys. Roasted red pepper in this kind of sauce is amazing. You would just slice it up and just put it right down into the sauce. You could also put it on top of the sauce. And you could put a little cayenne in there if you were so inclined to make it a spicier sauce. You could add a little wine, a little red wine to it if you were so inclined. You could do all kinds of variations on this particular sauce. I'm going to turn this back up to about a 4, and I'm going to let it simmer here for 20 minutes. And if you want to come back for part 2, I will show you what it looks like on top of some pasta. And that will be in about 20 minutes from now. I'm going to make some pasta. And I'm going to just show you my website real quick, like, oops. Here's my website. Can you see that? GoToKitchens.com. You can see there's the video for what we just made, the original video, and there's the recipe. Right there, I have a typo that I need to go fix. I just saw it today. I'm going to go fix it. So GoToKitchens.com. This is what it looks like. All right? And if you want to know more about me, you can click Meet the Hands, and there is a long, long monologue there about my life. And I did that because I wanted people to understand more about me and understand where I'm coming from. And you should know that Go To Kitchens is, I don't sell anything. I'm not selling anything. I will maybe eventually, like a cookbook or something like that. I've already been asked to do a cookbook, but to do a cookbook, or maybe I'll sell a class, like a healthy eating class or a healthy one-on-one or something like that, learning how to eat healthy principles, something of that nature, like pairing up with an expert in the field and teaching you how to make certain recipes to get you jump started for health. or maybe Ninja or Chantal or somebody like that will want to sell on my website. But me personally, I'm there. This is not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to teach you healthy principles of cooking. So, so I have put 20 minutes on my. Look, I'm old school. I'm old school. I use these little kitchen timers. So I've put 20 minutes on that. I'm going to set that on the stove, and I will be back in 20 minutes, and I'm going to show you what it looks like all plated up. And my lighting is, I got to work on this lighting. We're working on this lighting. So, so thank you so much for joining me. If you don't see the next episode or the next broadcast, come back and check it out on the replay. You can also find me on catch.me, go2kitchens.com. You can find all the videos on my Facebook page. I just rebroadcast them 24 hours later so that my viewers there can see them, because not everybody in the world has Periscope. So if you're watching live, if you're watching rebroadcast, if you're watching from Facebook, if you're watching from my VIP page, however you're finding me, thank you so much. My audience is everything to me. You guys are everything to me. I love to connect with you. I love to help you. I love to answer your questions. I love to learn from you. So please, please, please connect with me on Facebook or from my website. And so come back in 20 minutes. And we're going to have some marinara sauce, and I'm going to put it over some gluten-free pasta, and show you how to serve it up. All right, you guys have amazing 20 minutes, and I'll see you soon.